There's 3 grades of a calf strain: minor tear, rupture. The top end eliminated, not a rupture. The bottom end, grade 1, which only keeps you out for 3 days, that's eliminated. You could probably tell that just by the way that he limped off the court. The middle one, grade 2, often requires NBA players from being out 16 games on average. Now, that's regular season sitting out 16 games. But, it definitely gives you a framework of around 2 weeks for you to be out. So I'm going to go forward as if this is an average strain that typically requires that 2 weeks. That's the best information I can gather. But if you're trying to set expectations as a Mavericks fan, like what could transpire here in the coming week plus, if we try to make a guess on when he could return, they have done the Mavs no favor with the schedule out today. Game 1, Saturday. Game 2, not Wednesday, like we'd heard the rumor.
Yes.
It's flipping Monday.
Yeah.
1 day of rest. After 2 days of rest, they will be in Utah for Game 3. After 1 day of rest, Game 4, April 23rd, 13 days after the injury.
Yeah.
So I'm saying at least 3 games out, Brian. Likely 4 games.
Man, you've got to.
You could get swept before Luka is available to play again. I think that's what you have to prepare for. Yeah. And what do you do if you're down 3-0?
If you're down 3-0.
White flag it.
I'd white
We're
flag
done.
it.
Yeah, you kiss it goodbye.
I'd white flag
nice
it.
shot.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I'm not risking Luka. I don't want to go into an off season. All of a sudden, you end up you don't flag it, and then he gets hurt again in that game because he's only 65%, 70%, something like that.
Yeah.
So I think I'm, especially down 3-0. Now game 1 could be huge if somehow, some way, you find a way to take game 1 against a team that's really struggled down the stretch.
Yeah. Then
all of a sudden, now things are a little bit different. You might be able to play the Luka injury a little bit differently as well for the timeline and stuff like that. So I think game 1 is going to be huge. And again, if you get to that point where it's a loss, then now you're just probably setting up of him missing more time. That's probably the end of you. But you win game 1, you might buy yourself an opportunity to get him back.
Okay, I like this. Out of the 469, I had a grade 2 strained calf in college football as a lineman. I was good to go in a week with rest and a good athletic training team.
There you go.
Well, Luka's got a great athletic training team.
24/7 on the job on that one.
So do you think there's a chance that he legitimate? I know you've been talking to Mark Cuban, Brian. Do you think there's a legitimate chance to play on Saturday?
I asked him another question. I just asked him because I want to know if the Woj report is BS. That's what I want to know.
Not a mild.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know is Mark's been very good about answering back and saying no, nobody knows. If he says nobody knows, then I'm still holding hope. But if he doesn't answer me back about that stuff like that, I have to trust that Woj is accurate here.
Okay, it seems like people with experience are starting to weigh in on the truckwreck.com fan text 877-881-1053. 817 says it could be just a little over a grade 1, not a normal grade 2. Like you were saying, okay. Yeah. So this would be like a 1.5 instead of a 1 or a 2. Hey, there's a lot of gray area in there. We did hear yesterday it's up high in the muscle group, not close to the Achilles tendon, which could be advantageous. 469, you got to split the first 4 games. Shoot, I'm hoping he comes back after game 3 and you're only down 2-1. I think right now,
if you're 2-1, I mean, you got to give it a go. You can't if you're 0 in this series, you don't play him. If you've won a game, I think you got to try and play him.
Yeah. Luka's calf has been the singular most important muscle since Dak's calf. Yeah. Who would have thunk that a big swath of a 8-month period would be haunted by these calf muscles? It's crazy how things come along in this kind of a cycle. Okay, quitters. When did you get your PhD, Dawson? Is it Window Nation or Window Nation? Yeah, PhD, Dawson. That's my dad. Yeah, I'm a 5-time college dropout. Thank you very much. But I've been covering sports for 25 years, and the injuries they have a pattern of repeating themselves again and again. 817, the Dallas sports curse is real. 817 just got over a grade 2 strain. I'm 38 but very active. Took 4 weeks before I could run and jump. So it looks like we want to avoid the week 2. Although, if you're in your early 20s, the biggest thing for me is what is the added risk of the Achilles tear, the rupture. Because if you can avoid that and Luka's just dealing with pain and lack of strength and balance, I think he can use his body and kind of set up the offense and whip passes around or hit, flat-footed threes and still play pretty effectively. It won't be 30-point triple-double Luka, but it would be like, 18 and 12 type of Luka.
Yeah, but if you're Utah, do you just attack him on the defensive side of it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you're playing 4-on-5 on the defensive side for sure, right?
Yeah, that would be an issue. You're right. I hadn't thought about that. Like, how much can you hide him?
Yeah, how much can you hide him?
Do you just put him on Gobert?
That might be a thought.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, even if hey, we got the coach of the month, NBA coach of the month working for us.
Shoot,
let's figure it out.